Hey people, so today I'm coming to you from some rocks, and usually I struggle enough trying to balance my phone on the table to get a video. So this took me a while, and then to find a comfortable seat or like somewhere I could stand. But anyway, we got there. So today I'm going to talk to you about my thoughts on appreciation, and this kind of started trying to jiggle around on this rock. This started from me receiving messages and people telling me that maybe my videos or the things that I've written have helped them or inspired them or like made their day a little bit brighter, which made me feel so good and really inspired me to then keep creating more, because I was like, okay, well, these are being received well. And then I kind of judged it a bit, and I thought, well, I don't need external validation, and I shouldn't rely on other people's opinions and all these kind of thoughts. And then I realized that I was getting a bit carried away, because actually appreciation, I think, is one of our basic human needs. When I think about my darkest times or like my most horrible emotions, it was the feeling of just feeling invisible, like someone could just suck me out of existence and no one would notice and no one would care, which of course wasn't true, but it felt like that at the time. And to be appreciated is to be seen and to give like value to something. So when I appreciate something, it's like I see you and I see your value, and not just your value as a separate entity, but also the value of our relationship from me to you, whether that's to an object or a human or an experience. So it's really strengthening those golden threads. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I kind of see all these like golden threads between everything, and the stronger we create these relationships, the brighter these golden threads glisten and glow, compared to maybe like a thin little cobweb that's so soggy and no spider uses it anymore, and it just looks like dust in the corner of your ceiling. So we don't want any more of that. So appreciation, yeah. So then I thought, well, I love doing these videos anyway. Even when they get no replies, I still know my worth, because I'm very anchored in this is just me expressing my truth as it is right now. Maybe in a year I'll look back and think, wow, I had it all wrong, but this is my truth for right now. So I'm not relying on outside feedback, but when I do get it and I feel appreciated, it's like the icing on the cake with the cherry on top. So it's just a really good feeling, and I think we all want to feel appreciated, and it kind of starts within, like appreciating ourselves, but to appreciate each other is such a beautiful thing. Yeah, where was I going with this? So then I was thinking about sharing my thoughts on appreciating the hard times, appreciating the darker emotions, like when we feel helpless, or we feel grief, or we feel unwanted or rejected or invisible. There's two kinds of appreciation that I see that can be done here. There's one which is kind of the more physical appreciation, like, okay, well, I see that this time I'm going to look back on and I'm going to realize how strong and resilient and in love with life I am now because of those hard times. There's also these aspects of like what it's teaching us day to day. But on a more present level, on a more energetic level, how can you appreciate the sensations? How does it feel to feel unwanted? How does that feel? What pulses or vibrations can you feel in your body? How can you observe it without words of this being a good or a bad emotion? And really finding enjoyment from it, because we as human beings has come into this planet into your life, into your body for a reason, because we want to experience all of the things. We don't just want to experience happiness. We want to experience sadness and anger and hate and fear and everything. So how can we appreciate all these bad emotions for what they are? They're an experience, they're a sensation, they're something different to just having happiness. Like, you wouldn't just want to watch maybe you do, but I don't want to watch the comedy happy films all the time. I want to watch the horrors and the tragedies and the romances and the ones maybe without the happy endings and all of them, because I can enjoy and get something different from every single emotion. And then I feel like the more that we can appreciate these sensations, like us, the sadness wants to be appreciated. And when we can appreciate it, he feels seen, he feels happy. I don't know why he's a he, but anyway. And then the denser emotions feel appreciated too, like the motherly love that we receive from Mother Earth. She loves us all unconditionally. She will feed us all. Well, I guess there's hunger in the world, so maybe that's not a good example, but she loves us all equally. And if you look at how much suffering and pain there is in the world, and if you consider, like I think, that we're all one consciousness viewing life through these different bodies, these different forms, there must be something that we quite like about this. Even though our conscious mind is like doing anything it can to get away from this suffering, there is something in it for us because it's so rampant. So if you're going through a hard day or a hard month or a hard 5-10 years life, how can you appreciate the little things, not just in your life but in yourself and what you're feeling? And similar to if you feel helpless, they say help someone. It's like, if you feel unappreciated or invisible, just go out for a walk and see what you can appreciate, because it's a feedback loop. The more you appreciate stuff, the more you're going to feel it back. And it's kind of like, the more I appreciate my body, the better she starts looking. And I don't know if it's changing, but I just feel like the more love I show her, the better she treats me. So we can all just go out and appreciate a little bit more, and especially appreciate each other, because I know personally in past experiences so many words have been left unsaid. There's like someone I meet and they inspire me so much, and I never tell them, and I say goodbye and I have all these things in my head of what I want to tell them, how they've changed my view and they've opened my heart, and then I just say, oh, goodbye, I'll miss you so much. So sometimes it's easier in a letter, sometimes it's even nicer to hear from the words of your mouth. But however you do it, I invite you today to just let someone know that you appreciate them, because so much of this gets left, and the more appreciated we feel, the more we remember our value in this world, our unique essence that we and only we can bring. And even if that's just feeling appreciated for doing the washing up, you know, you've helped someone, and that's a beautiful thing, because we all have come in for our unique reason, and we're also appreciated. And I appreciate you for listening to this and helping me feel happy by listening to words from my heart. So just tune into how you feel, appreciate the things around you, appreciate the sensations, and just see it and see the value in it. And even if you can't see it now, you might look back on this time and say, wow, I wouldn't be who I am without that darkness. So thank you for listening. If you made it this far, I love you, and I hope you have a really beautiful day.